Hey everybody, so you're probably wondering, where have you been? And I feel like I keep doing this because I have, but it's because life is a little bit eventful sometimes, shall we say, and there has been a lot going on medically with my family and also with myself. I'm okay, um, but just know that I'm trying to sort some things out in my personal life at the moment that are not exactly super happy fun time, okay? So, anyway, that aside, I am also still waiting to hear back from different doctoral programs. So hopefully I get in, and hopefully I get sponsorship. That would be nice. And or work, because I miss working. Unfortunately, part of what I'm worried about is my spine and work. But again, I don't want to go down that road. Maybe in another video I will. But today, I just want to start out by saying, in addition to that, my computer updated. And thank you, Apple. Not really. Along with that, you got rid of iMovie, so now I have not, I don't have a way to edit my videos, which I do. I know that there are different shareware, freeware that are out there, um, but I'm also in need of an external or a portable hard drive because I am storing my videos on this Mac and it's taking up way too much space. So until that problem is resolved, I probably will not be posting as many videos. And if I do, I might be using my old MacBook Pro to do that instead, which doesn't have as clear of a camera, but I guess it's better than nothing, maybe. Anyway, despite all that, I think if I remember right, which I'm probably wrong, the last time I made a video, it was about books. So I know a lot of you are probably like, why the hell are you talking to us about books? But because I felt like it, and this is eclectic entries, and that's why it's eclectic. But that aside, I wanted to say a few things about the spring anime season, and then probably some. I don't know if I haven't really watched a lot of live action stuff lately. Uh, I am really excited about Castlevania having a third season, however, which comes out in early March. I think it's March. Is it March 7th? I think it might be. But anyway, yeah, so as far as the spring anime season goes, I started watching Somali and the Forest Spirit, and I can tell that it's going to make me cry. And I'm watching it anyway because I'm looking at it and I looked at like the ambiance of the world that they're in and all the effort that people put into like the backgrounds and the music and the voice acting and the characters' expressions, and I love it so much. So Somali and the Forest Spirit I really enjoy so far, and I'm not completely caught up yet. Same with Inspector. I've fallen a little bit behind with it, but I think I'm 2 episodes behind currently as of this date. And I, so far, from what I have seen, really, really like Inspector. And then there was one, oh gosh, what was it? The jewelry one. There's just all these good anime, and I'm just like, you'd think that my brain would remember, but no, no, that's not what happens when you're going through a lot of medical stuff. You find it hard to remember things. Um, Doop, doop, doop. Oh yeah, a certain scientific railgun tea. Oh my god, I was so horrified that that was going to be an epic fail, just like the last index was, and it wasn't so far. And I'm so happy. I'm so relieved. So I'm enjoying that as well. If you're not into the Tuaru or the a certain scientific, like railgun index accelerator, this point accelerator. Sorry, I love accelerator. That it's really worth getting into, in my opinion, if you're interested in ESPER, like ESP related stuff and science. But it's a lot of episodes, so you need to be in it for the long haul, or you need to be okay reading summaries and then just picking a season to jump into. There's probably a fan wiki out there that can help you sort out where to start. The other one, yeah, that's another one I fell behind with, is Science Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it. I think I got to episode 3 or 4, and it was hilarious. As far as at that point, I don't know what's going on currently, but at that point, and I really, being a social science person, I find it very interesting to watch a parody of STEM folks trying to scientifically prove what romantic and sexual, like love, like that mix of things together, right? Um, is. I think that's really neat. I feel kind of bad because I think it's kind of mean as far as STEM folks, and I almost feel like I know it's meant to be tongue-in-cheek humor, and like I said, it's meant to be a parody of people in those fields. But again, being the social science person and government poli-sci person, I sit there and go, which is social science, I sit there and go, heh. Like when I'm watching it, because some of my friends were computer science majors and stuff like that, and business majors, which is not, anyway, yeah, or people that I know that had to suffer through like OChem, and I'm sorry. Um, uh, but yeah, interesting show. It's probably one that's going to make you laugh. So if you need an anime that'll make you laugh this season, the science fell in love, so I tried to prove it's probably your ticket. The other one that I'm finishing up is Radiant Season 2, which hasn't finished airing. I'm glad I stuck it. I can words in English. I'm glad I stuck through it for the long haul. It's getting kind of slow again, but I'm still happy with it. My Hero Academia, pretty much a lot, like almost everyone I know is watching that, so that's not any big news. I'm actually kind of enjoying the more slice of life arc after the really emotionally intense and devastating one, which was beautiful, but very emotionally devastating and intense. So yeah, no complaints from me there, unless the pacing gets way too slow, like it did at the end of, is it Aruma-kun? Yeah, I liked Welcome to Demon School Aruma-kun a lot, so much. And Clara is just the best. And I love that Asmodeus is like the first member of his harem, but I'm not gonna go there. So, I did, but I'm not gonna go any more into that. That's what it is. That's the one I couldn't remember the name of. The Case Files of Jeweler Richard is a spring anime, and I'm also, again, behind in that one. I went on a trip, okay? That's the other thing. It's life. It wasn't a happy trip. It ended up being okay, but it wasn't for happy reasons. So that's why I'm behind in anime. But The Case Files of Jeweler Richard so far is also really interesting. It's going to be a lot slower paced because it has to do with a jeweler and his business dealings. And this jeweler is a foreigner working in Japan. And I find kind of at least in the initial first 3 episodes or so, the whole theme of not judging your clientele or being rude to them because they're different for whatever circumstance that they're coming to see you, to be a very interesting, very strong, at least at that point, undercurrent of the show. And I don't want to spoil it any more than that because I feel like there are definitely some social messages in it that are important. So yeah, again, I'm not going to say anything more about that magnificent Bishy jeweler and his friend, who is, well, I guess they're not really friends so much as they're just co-workers, but they're probably going to become friends. So, friends. I think that's kind of it for anime. Oh yeah, I am. One of my friends is a huge Madoka fan, so she's gotten me into it. So yes, we did start to watch the new Madoka anime, but again, I've only seen I think 2 episodes, and there's really not a lot I can say from it from just that. So yeah, I have tried to watch other things, but it just sometimes when you have a lot going on in your life and you're just like, you don't have time, that's where I'm at. Or when you do have time, you're so emotionally exhausted that you really have trouble focusing on something long enough that you're just like, no, I'm not feeling it. So that's where I've been, and it's pretty bad when I don't want to watch anime or I'm not reading as much, especially if I'm not reading as much. So yeah, again, to everybody who has been viewing my YouTube videos, who's been subscribing, liking my videos, leaving comments, I really do appreciate it. I'm sorry that I don't have more quality content to post at this time. It's just life sometimes. So maybe at another point, I might finally talk more about what's going on, but it's just, it's a lot, and you all have stuff going on in your lives, and I don't really want to just be like a dump truck. So, yeah, again, I'm really excited for Castlevania Season 3. Oh my god. So, yeah, that's a thing I look forward to that you will see me posting videos about because I am dying. I've been, like, all the other fans, we've been dying. We've been waiting to see what's going to happen. And yeah, the last time I rewatched Castlevania, I was actually in Glasgow with a friend because they had said they had never watched it. And I'm like, we're watching it right now. So the last time I watched Castlevania was in Glasgow with that friend. And it was a good time. It was a very good time. So, yeah, just that trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer and you like Castlevania and you've been living under a rock or you've been like me and been really busy because offline has eaten your brain, go watch it right now. Please do us all a favor. Shut my video off. Go watch it or open another tab or something. Yeah, so those are all things going on in my life. Those are some media that I've been enjoying. I'm trying to like, I did get into The Witcher, but it was hard for me to finish it because just some of the stuff related to people having crooked backs when you're a scoliosis patient, not always a thing you want to be sitting down watching when you're having continued problems with your spine. Even though mine's been straightened since I was 12, I was just kind of like sitting there watching that being like, there are so many things I could say about this, and I'm just not, I can't finish watching this right now, but I really do like it. I'm not trying to say The Witcher is bad. Hell no, I like The Witcher. It's a good series from what I've seen so far, and I am almost done with it. But I'm just like, no, I can't emotionally do this right now. So, yeah, all that stuff. Trying to think, is there anything else I've been watching? I've been watching a lot of reruns of old shows, like old American shows and old British shows. So that's kind of it. That's kind of what my brain can handle right now. Stuff like Are You Being Served? Things like that. If you've never watched Are You Being Served, it's a rather irreverent British show. Like, it has irreverent humor. British show that is about people working in a department store. And I love it. Because I worked at a department store for a little while until I was like, yeah, no way, and went back to building bears instead. So, so when they have things about different departments and stuff, I just kind of go, Heh. So anyway, that's a dying thing, isn't it? But yeah, again, this is, if you don't know me, I'm Kelly with Eclectic Entries. Again, I can English. I'm also studying 3 different languages right now. One of them is one that I knew more when I was younger, and I'm trying to get it back, which is Spanish. But I'm also studying Italian, and I'm trying to learn hiragana and katakana right now for Japanese. So yes, my brain is just this jumble of sounds and words linguistically. I don't know how y'all do it who are multilingual. I really don't. My hat's off to you. Even people who are bilingual fluently, I'm like, I wish my country would get with it and just be like, hey, let's just do this while they're growing up. So anyway, actually, let me not get into politics because the United States, my country, has a lot going on right now. In fact, I just voted in the Nevada caucus for early voting. So you can probably guess what party I am currently registered with. Anyway, it's a closed primary, so you have to register with your party in order to vote, which how that's not viewed as voter suppression is beyond me, but again, I don't want to get too political. So this is Kelly with Eclectic Entries, and I'm signing off for now. Hopefully, I will have more of an in-depth video to post, and I will have freed up hard drive space and got new video editing software, so it's better. And until then, take care as you're able, okay? Bye.